Have you ever wondered if now is the right time for you to become a real estate investor? I get this question a lot. This is why on this episode of an Investor's Journey podcast, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on whether or not it is the right time to become an investor. I am your host, Jonathan Barbera. And to start it off, the biggest thing so there are four keys pretty much to keep in mind on whether or not you should become an investor. First thing is a lot of people are thinking, well, I'm just going to wait for the market to crash, right? When the market crashed, that's when I'm going to jump in. I'm going to wait for the correction, for this to stable off, for, all these things to happen, right? The issue is that nobody knows when that's going to happen. Since I've been doing real estate and everything, I follow the economy, I follow local trends, national trends, global trends. They were predicting a crash back in 2016. Nothing happened. Then 17, then 18, then 19. You get the drift. Like we were supposed to crash a long time ago, yet everything is still going. There are no signs of a crash. We haven't seen anything yet. If you saw last week's episode of our market update, you will see that there's no crash in sight. So you're waiting for something that we just don't know when it's going to happen. And this brings me to the second thing that you got to keep in mind is say this happens. What are you going to do about it? How are you prepared? This is what blows my mind a lot of times because people say, well, I'm just going to wait for the market to crash. And do what? You don't know anything about real estate. What are you waiting for? What's going to happen when the market crashes that you are going to be able to take advantage of? Nobody knows. You don't know what strategies are going to work. You don't know what a deal looks like. You don't know how to analyze anything. You just don't know. So then the market crashes. Awesome. Now what? You don't know what you're going to be doing. And that is very important to keep in mind. Another thing is that financing and money dries up in a bad economy. So you may be thinking, oh, when the market crashes, I'm going to pick up rentals or I'm going to do this or that. It's very hard to get financing in a bad market. When 2008 happened, banks weren't lending. People that had capital are not going to lend to somebody they don't know or that doesn't even have a proven track record, right? So you're waiting for this correction, this thing, you're not prepared for it. You won't be able to take advantage of it. And then the last thing is, the fourth thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that maybe you're saying this because you're afraid. Maybe you're just scared of jumping in right now. The market looks hot. There's a lot of people in it. There's a lot of things going on, too many moving parts. Maybe you feel a little overwhelmed, right? So you're like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the right time to jump in. Maybe I just wait. Maybe I'll wait another year and then wait another year and then wait another year. And the only thing that you probably realize by now is that you keep waiting, the years keep going by, and you still haven't started in real estate. You understand? And people are not broke. People are still making money in it. People are still building their businesses, but you're not. So I want you to keep those four things in mind as you make that decision. Now, I want to share with you the three reasons why I feel that you should get in right now, right? So this one, number one, is to be able to build knowledge. So if you get in right now, and not right now, I mean like the sooner you can start, the better it is. The sooner you can start, the more knowledge you can gain, right? The more events you can attend, the more books you can read, the more people you can network with and learn what are the strategies, what are they looking at, what's working for them, what's not working for them. How is the market shifting? I love talking to people that have been in this for 20 years, that they have seen 2, 3 market cycles because they tell me what happens. Well, when there's no finance, no banks financing, this is what works. When the renters are crap, this is what works. When you can't flip, this is what we do. So then at least this way, we're getting prepared saying, okay, well, if this happens, we're going to treat it this way. If that happens, we're going to do this, right? We're amassing all this knowledge so we're able to be ready when and if any correction or any churn happens and not waiting, right? The tip number 2 is you starting right now, you start building this network. So much like I shared with you on the last episode of the networking one that we did, I told you how we have a friend that asked us, well, what are you gonna do if the market crashes and all you can do is owner finance? Because we don't do that right now. He says you should probably start building out your system for owner finance. I was like, I don't need to. You know how to do owner finance very well. Why do I need to learn this? All I need to do is keep doing what I do, bring you properties, and you show me how to take them down. We'll partner on them. He's like, well, yeah, that's true. That's it. The deeper my network is, the less chances I have of screwing up, right? Unless you let your ego get in the way and you feel that you can do everything. But the less chances that there is of you screwing up. So you get to build your network. You get to, and right now is when the most people are out and about networking, getting to know other people. This is when you can meet those heavy hitters that you're probably not going to see when the market corrects. Because when the market corrects, most of the networking events dry out. Most of these, places that you're going to meet them dry out, and these people are going to be heads down making their money. You're not going to see them again. This is the time to build your network. And then reason number 3, you start building wealth. I mean, same thing. I know people that for the last 3 years, 4 years, they're like, no, I'm going to wait another year. I'm going to wait another year. And nothing happens. If they would have started 3 years ago, they would have more than they have right now. They could have picked up quite a bit of rentals. They could have done more deals. They could have done flips. They could have lent money. They could have owner financed some houses. They could have done something, right? They could have been making money for these past 3 years and learning and building their wealth. But all everybody is doing right now, the ones that have the hesitation, is sitting on the sidelines. You're sitting on the sidelines just looking at people left and right run their business, grow their business, do all these crazy things that you would love to be doing, but you're not because you're waiting for this magical time that everything's going to crash. Guess what? It can crash tomorrow. It may not crash for the next 10 years. Both are equal scenarios, all right? Because nobody knows. I've heard very savvy people on both ends of the spectrum, and neither of them can actually tell you with the fact of when it's going to happen because they've been wrong every single year. So don't wait. Don't wait on the sideline. Don't hope for things to happen. Don't kid yourself saying that, oh, when the market corrects, I'm going to jump in. You're not going to know what the hell to do. You're not going to have any resources. You're not going to be financeable. You're not going to have any funds. You're not going to even know what a deal looks like because you never took the time to understand how to do this. This is the best time right now. It doesn't even matter if you're listening to this podcast 10 years from now. Right now is the best time to start, always. Now, this doesn't mean that you go all in and risk all your capital or your investment or mortgage your house. This just means jump in, start doing some deals, start figuring out what you need to do. Forget about what may happen tomorrow. You just don't know. That's not guaranteed. What's guaranteed is where you are today. Take advantage of today. Make it work to your advantage. Get out there, network, get the knowledge, build wealth, and grow your business. Stop waiting. So I hope you guys are enjoying this one. I hope this is a quick and sweet one because it's a strong, powerful episode for those of you that are sitting on the sidelines. So, and if you know anybody that is having hesitations, doesn't know what to do, direct them to this episode. Have them listen to it. Below on the related episode section, I'm going to put episodes that can get you going. All right. Things that I've already recorded in the past. These are things that you can start implementing right now. So thank you guys for listening, and I will catch you guys on the next one.